Welcome to the SHN Sports Georgetown Eagles Countdown to Kickoff. I'm Kelly DeVoll. Joining me is David Doppler, Dave England for tonight's pregame show. Wally Harmon left us, abandoned us. No, Wally is actually playing in a big public safety softball tournament. Most of you folks don't know Wally is a huge softball player, and he is playing in a tournament in Las Vegas. So wish him safe travels and miss that guy. He'll be back next week. But Dave, interesting week last week. Tough loss to Manor. I know it's a gut punch. We talked about it at the end of the game last week. You know, that one stung a little bit more even in the Cedar Park game, but still saw some good football play. What's your thoughts on last week's game?
Yeah, you know, it's tough. You know, you 1-4. When I think we could easily be 5-0 right now, but just a few points away from being, having a better record. You know, Cedar Park, we had a chance with them. We had a chance with Belton. We had a chance with Liberty Hill and Manor. So, it's hard getting up. I think we got up 21-0, and then kind of they rattled back on us. But
21-7.
21-7.
Yeah, because they scored early.
But it's tough, but I think these kids are still pretty resilient, and I think they've gained experience through the first, 5 games, and now it's getting a little bit more exciting, like what we'll see each week, because we're relatively healthy, and you've got Darson and all the running backs, and the defense is playing better as they talked about when you interviewed them on Wednesday at the coaches show. Everybody's playing really well, and I think now they're probably really at a point where they can clean up the mistakes. And like Mr. Herman said when you interviewed him on Wednesday at the coaches show, we did this a couple of years ago. We went 0-2 in district and then rattled off 4-0. No, knock on wood, but it's tough. Manor was pretty pumped up. When Georgetown comes to town, you have to bring your A game because Georgetown's offense is always, on point. So Georgetown was they made some adjustments. Manor made some adjustments, and it was what it was. So
going back and watching, you want to bring the best face to this that you can with your team 1-4. And I went back and I watched some of the Belton game, and then watched the progression. Not all the games, but pieces of every game. And early in the season, man, we had tackling issues, and those have gotten cleaned up. And then we had some issues, especially bouncing runs outside. That's gotten cleaned up. Now It's just a matter of, like Coach said in the coaches show, and I'll show you the interview here in just a few minutes with the coaches show, and Coach Griffin. One stop, one score changes everything. And so I think this week against Hendrickson, I've got a good feeling about this game. I'm excited about this game. You and Wally have heard me say before all these other games, man, I'm worried.
Yeah.
I like this matchup this week.
Right.
And I like that Hendrickson is not going to score a bunch of points. They're just not.
And Georgetown can always score points.
Hendrickson held Cedar Park last week to 16 points. So they have a defense that's capable of doing that.
Yeah.
But I think our offensive matchup to their defensive scheme plays well. And if our kids play well, we can overcome a couple of mistakes, and I think we win this football game. But, we'll see how that goes. And I'm excited. We'll be at the field, the P field, the Pfield, whatever it's called. I think they just call it the field, but it's spelled with a P, like Finger.
I think
it's a great stadium.
It is a great stadium. It's a wonderful venue. It's brand new. But I think we've done pretty well at the field. Yeah. I don't recall a loss. We've had a couple of close games, but I believe I wish I had the stats, but I think we've got a pretty good record down there.
Yeah. Great venue. And Coach talked a little bit about that. Folks, I got the chance to speak with Coach Killian from Hendrickson. Great interview, great man. He's a very nice man. One of my favorite interviews to do. But I talked to Coach Killian about their success last week against Cedar Park and what they're looking for this week against the Eagles. Here's that interview with Coach Killian. We welcome to the SHN Sports Georgetown Eagles countdown to kickoff head coach of the Hendrickson Hawks, Coach Chip Killian. Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, I appreciate it. I really enjoy y'all's broadcast. I get to watch them every once in a while, so y'all do a great job.
Well, thank you, Coach. I appreciate that. Sorry I got you and Coach Chuck Griffin mixed
up. That's why I was a little late getting to you. He was hitting me up on ticket links and everything else. We don't – neither one of us really coach football anymore. I think we just try and figure out technology and flip laundry. So.
Oh, I got you. Well, I know you're busy. We appreciate you taking the time. Hey, big win last week, man. Going to Cedar Park's house and coming out of there with a win. Talk about that game a little bit.
Oh, it was it was an exciting game. Not a pretty game. We're not real cool and sexy like some of these other teams are. It kind of looked like something off ESPN Classic. Probably should have filmed it in black and white, but it was really a good game for our kids. We needed that kind of confidence rebuild after going through some tougher losses earlier in the season. Got a pretty young crew as far as kids having varsity experience, so we hope it's going to kind of trigger us into getting things going in the right direction.
Well, y'all kind of threw the district on its ear from the pundits' expectations for the season, dropping a loss on Cedar Park, and now you guys right in the thick of things and started off with some 6A opponents, common opponent with Georgetown and Belton. Y'all won a close game. Georgetown lost a close game. Who's really standing out for you this year?
We're a little bit different than we have been in the past. We're really kind of a workman's group. There's not anybody that's a superstar or anything like that at this point. Defensively, our leader is our linebacker Ethan Bell, who really directs our defense and does a super job. You could name off a ton of them. All those guys on defense have done a really a stand-up job from where we started the year with those guys. In the secondary, we got Kyler Mahoney and a real young pup, Spencer DeStefano, playing safety. Our corners have been kind of a rollover and a turnover, depending on who's injured and who's not injured. But Jalen Rady and Maurice Price have been doing a real good job there. And our front line with Cedric Roberts and the other end, Braden DeRocher. So everybody, I'm telling you, there's not really one standout right there. They just all are playing really well together, at least last week.
Well, the kind of football you guys are playing this year, that's the kind of football I like to see played on grass in the rain with the mud and dirt.
Yeah, it feels like that sometimes.
I hear you. Y'all returned 2 starters on offense and 4 on defense. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
So with that youth, growing pains, this point in the season, you're kind of not even talking about that much anymore, but looks like early in the season, maybe some of those growing pains, but your defense has really stepped up recently.
Yeah, they've done a good job of creating turnovers. That was kind of the biggest difference in the games that we've won, the games that we've lost. It's just being able to create turnovers and then play complementary football with our offense. If our offense turns it over, we don't create turnovers, we got a problem. But in our wins, we've done a good job of creating turnovers, and offense has been real secure with the ball. And in those games, as Coach Griffin can tell you, man, when you start turning that ball over, man, and not creating turnovers, it can get you in a bind.
Yeah, Georgetown's just a couple of plays from having a really good record. You guys are a couple of plays from having a really good record, and that's got to be frustrating at times. But talk about the scheduling. You schedule 3 6A teams to start your season. Is that intentional to get ready for this meat grinder district?
Normally, I'd be the guy that say, "Oh, heck yeah, man, we just got to get it, throw them to the wolves and see who wins that thing." But sometimes it's hard to find scheduling with 5A opponents in this area because there's just not many of them. We're kind of all in that one grinder district of 5A D1s. D2s don't really want to play you, so we step up and play the 6A guys. We try and have one long travel trip. So we did that the first game to Steele and get that kind of moving, and then just fit games in where we can. But you do have to prepare yourself, and you play a game where you blow somebody out, 63-7 or something. It's really not going to help you once you get into our district because every game's going to be within 2 scores.
Right. Well, y'all started off the season with a tough Cibolo Steel team, undefeated right now, and struggled a little bit in that game. But the other games that you played have been really close. And looking at your scores, I'm looking forward to seeing your defense play Friday night.
Man,
I keep looking at the defense, but I'm a smash mouth old school football kind of guy, so I love watching a good defense play.
I hope they're ready to roll on Friday night. They're going to have their hands full with Georgetown's offense because, man, they're putting up points like it's fashionable. So it's going to be interesting.
Well, it's always a fun game and between the two teams. With the game coming up Friday night, of course, Georgetown offense, you got to talk about Darson Herman, the big 6'4", 220-pound quarterback. How do you plan for a guy like that?
Well, I call him right-handed Tebow, to be honest with you, because that's who he reminds me of. I don't know. We're going to try and hit him when he gets off the bus, and then see if we can't, maybe do something out in the, before he can get into the locker room, before he can even get to the field. I mean, a big young man like that with a strong arm and big legs and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how you really plan to stop him. You got to get him before he gets going, like any big back, and then trying to rally the troops to the ball. Kind of a Gulliver's Travel kind of thing. We're going to try to jump on him and then kind of hold him down and tie him up. Maybe you won't be able to get back up and get in the huddle.
I haven't gotten to see a bunch of y'all stats, and I'm not seeing your offense put a ton of points on the board. But what's your with returning two starters? It's different playing under the Friday night lights. Those kids may perform really well on Thursday evening, but putting them under the Friday night lights is different. What's your offensive philosophy this year with that youth?
Well, this year we don't have quite the explosiveness that we've always had here at Hendrickson. We don't have that. We don't have that feature. We've got some guys that can go, and we're trying to get them the ball, but we don't have that feature receiver or that feature back like we've always had. So we've really depended on kind of a trial by fire with committee, and our quarterback Joseph Rodriguez done a really good job. And you hate to say the word game manager, but he does a really nice job of managing the game. And keeping the chains moving. I like to say we're a team that moves the chains, not the scoreboard. So
with the Georgetown offense, I guess your goal is to keep the ball out of their hands.
Well, everybody we play, we try and do that. I mean, we had to go through with Weiss, which has an extremely explosive offense, and just try and take the air out of it. We were able to hold them to 21 points. Hold their offense to 21 points, but we gave up some easy touchdowns in special teams and gave up a pick six. But, Cedar Park, high-scoring offense. Georgetown, high-scoring offense. We got Maynard next week, another high-scoring offense, averages in the 30s. So, yeah, we want to try and limit their snaps as best we possibly can.
Well, Coach, we are looking forward to the matchup Friday. You got any dog in the hunt, Texas OU?
Man, Lincoln Riley's a Texas guy, but I'm gonna have to pull for for a tie, maybe. I'm a Red Raider, so I mean it. I don't really have any in that deal. I hope it'll be an exciting game, which I think it will be. But it doesn't matter. I'm more concerned about Friday night than Saturday morning.
Oh, I got you. Well, Coach, we appreciate you taking the time. I know you're busy, and we appreciate that. We want to highlight your players and your team and talk about those guys too. And hopefully, everybody comes out healthy. Are you healthy?
We're pretty good. We got a few nicks and bangs like we did having to come through that hard big schedule. Those 6A teams when you just kind of walk out and you just want to make sure nobody arrests you.
Yeah.
So, but I think we'll be okay. We'll see how we match up. Georgetown's a little bit bigger football team than we are, but that's kind of what we've seen most of the year. So, I think we'll be okay.
Well, we're looking forward to the matchup, Coach. Best of luck this Friday. Of course, we're a Georgetown homer call, so not too much luck. But
I enjoy listening to y'all, man. I live in Georgetown, so I mean it's been fun. You guys call it, you bring some excitement to it, some energy, and so I wish every team had a homer call where you could at least listen to it a little bit.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. We try to put out a good broadcast. My broadcast partners bailed on me this week, so it's just going to be me. But I don't. Fans may want to turn the volume off for that, but we have fun. We have a good time. So I appreciate you saying that. Folks, head coach Chip Kelly and Hendrickson Hawks. He'll be on the opposite sideline from our Eagles this Friday night. Coach, once again, thank you very much. Always a pleasure talking to you.
I appreciate y'all.
Folks, stick around. The SHN Sports Georgetown Eagles countdown to kickoff will continue right after this. Again, our thanks to Coach Killian for taking the time. I know these high school coaches are really, really busy, but very amicable guy, nice guy. Actually lives up here in Georgetown, as he said in the interview. And that literally was one of my favorite opposing coach interviews that I've done. Last year we did the interview over the phone, but this year we were able to do video, and he's just a nice guy.
Yeah.
And we appreciate his kind words about our broadcast as well. So, Coach Killian, thank you for that. Dave, your thoughts on what Coach Killian had to say?
It's neat. It's fun to hear a coach, get excited about a grass field and mud and rain and all that, and you can tell he's kind of got a little bit of that old school smash mouth football, and he sounds pretty proud of his defense. I liked what he said about, there's not one superstar. They're all playing together as a team. Right. So that's a little worrisome to me. They 5 games in and they're playing very well together as a team, because defense wins championships. And if your defense is on point right now, and then it made me laugh what he had to say about Darson. I think that's probably in a roundabout way, everything that he said about Darson was some of the highest complimentary things that you can hear from a football coach, because he's like, we're going to have to tackle him and then tie him down so he can't get back to the huddle. They really don't want him to play.
Coach Killian reminds me of some of the and he even said, it looked like something off of NFL films or, some old school stuff, and kind of old school, because he was talking about, having to play hard and rough and hopefully not get put in jail. And when I asked him about, how do you deal with a quarterback like Darson? He's like, well, we're going to hit him as soon as he gets off the bus. And, that's why I was wondering, because you know how I am, man. I want this game played in the mud. I want guys all sloppy and dirty and slobber and spit and snot. That's my kind of football. But and again, listening to him, Georgetown came into the season a lot of inexperience. Hendrickson came into the season a lot of inexperience. So it's going to be interesting for me to see how Hendrickson comes off of a huge victory against Cedar Park, which turned this district completely on its ear.
Right.
In the standings. And I don't think a team comes through this district this year undefeated.
Right. I think you're exactly right. And you spoke about that on the coach's show. It's crazy, this district right now. And I bet you it's getting the attention of all the pundits out there. That, Dave Campbell's might have been a little wrong on this one. This district's crazy this year.
Oh, yeah.
It's up in there.
They had Hendrickson 4th. They had us 3rd. Weiss 2nd. Cedar Park 1st.
Man.
Those 4 teams may be it.
Yeah.
May not.
I'm a homer. I'm always for Georgetown, but I'm also a fan of good high school football, and I really wish I could go to the Cedar Park Weiss game.
Yeah, that's
going to be a good one, because we're starting to hear about Weiss, and the Georgetown Weiss game could very well be an offensive shootout. West Virginia, Texas Tech kind of shootout kind of thing. We'll see.
That's going to be interesting. So I didn't get a chance to interview Coach Griffin in the normal setting, normal format, but at the coaches show this week, I did interview him, and I'm going to play that part of the coaches show for you now. And it's my fault, my schedule. It wouldn't allow me to interview Coach, not his. He's always very accommodating. But here's what Coach Griffin had to say about last week's loss, overcoming the difficulties of another 4-point loss, and then what he's looking for out of Hendrickson.
Folks, we welcome you back to the SHN Sports Georgetown Eagles Coaches Show. Joining me is Coach Chuck Griffin. Coach, appreciate you being here again.
Thanks, Kelly. Good to be here.
I know you guys are busy getting ready for this game coming up this weekend, and starting to sound like a broken fiddle, huh?
Yeah, 4 points. It is sounding like a broken fiddle, but our kids are here every day. They're working hard. They're working their tails off and just working to get better. They're still in good spirits and still working, so that's the main thing.
Well, they took care of the next question, because, it's got to be some frustration to it, but
Sure.
the guys are playing well.
Yeah.
There's some good football happening out there.
Yeah.
And how do you keep them moving
You know,
forward?
I think the difference is I've been in this situation before in my career, but I think the difference is we're a good football team. We got to figure out how to finish. You know, I think that's probably the biggest deal in the last 3 games is just being able to finish the game.
Right.
You know, and then you know, we got to just continue to make those. We need one more stop. We need one more score. You know, and we got to quit having those close games and start having some good games. And you know, like I said, we're really close. The kids are in good spirits. They're working hard. They're a fun group to be around. I mean, they really do a good job when they come to work every day. So we're keeping our chin up and getting ready to go get a win this week.
Yep, and we're excited about the game this week. It's, you know, we talk about the one drive short, one stop short, but at the end of the game, we had a good drive going.
Mm-hmm.
One mistake, but these kids kept fighting.
Yeah,
and you got to be proud of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they fought in every game. You know, they've played well in every game, and in a lot of years played well enough to win.
Right.
It's not like we haven't played some good football teams. You know, two state-ranked schools. You know, you look at Maynard, and sometimes they've struggled in the past, but I mean, they got a kid going to Florida, they got a kid going to Pittsburgh, they got a nose who's going to go somewhere, and a running back who's going to go somewhere. You know, they're athletes everywhere out there on their fields.
Yeah,
so,
there were 5 scouts at the game on.
Yeah.
Friday.
I mean, they're a loaded football team. So, you know, and that's kind of the unique thing about our district this year is everybody's kind of even keel. I mean, everybody can beat everybody every week this year,
right.
And that's a little bit different than what we've had in our district. You know, here's what we talked to them about this week is the goals are still out there. You know, we still got goals that we want to accomplish being a playoff football team. You know, I mean, to be honest with you, in a year like this, the district championship is still not out of play. I mean, just because of the way the numbers work and the way the teams are this year.
I don't think anybody's going through this district undefeated this year.
No, I don't think so either. So, you know, all those goals are still out there. Well, so what we concentrate on, those are still out there, and that's important. The main thing is 1-0. And that's been our mantra this week is 1-0. And win this game, you know, score one more touchdown, make one more stop. And sorry, got a gnat in my eye.
I had a couple flying around when I was setting up.
But make one more stop and one more score game, and let's go win this thing.
So let's talk about the offense first. Matter of fact, I talked to Coach Killian right after you talked to him today.
Okay, all right.
He hung up with you and came on with me. Talked to Coach Killian, and like all the other coaches that I've talked to, they worry about this offense.
Sure.
Because they put a lot of points on the board. Not saying they don't worry about the defense.
Right.
But this offense puts a lot of points on the board.
Yeah, you know, we're averaging just over 250 rushing a game, which is really impressive, you know, especially with, you know, 5 new starters up front. That's really impressive, and that they've kind of come together, gelled, and are good enough for us to run the ball like that. Having 2 running backs, the quarterback that can run as well, having some threats on the outside, that's good. So, yeah, our offense has been doing really good. Again, you got some drive stopping, you know, building. You know, I think it's kind of like we're going to touchdown ball back to the game.
Right, you ever had that?
And this was deserving. We were way downfield. You know, you know, besides a few mistakes here and there, they really been playing well. So, you know, Coach Beatty and our guys, the staff, did a really good job.
And on the defensive side of the ball, you got flat football.
Yep.
You see a lot of silver hats around the ball carrier.
We are. I mean, we're flying the football and you know, doing well there. And you know, like I said, we're close. You know, we just got to make one more stop.
Right.
And, you know, I shared this early in the year. We got 6 sophomores getting a lot of playing time.
Oh, yeah.
And that's always tough when that happens and learning the speed of the game and how things work. So, you know, I'm proud of our kids and their work ethic and what they're doing and how they're getting out there and we're getting after and competing every week. It's
been impressive that a lot of the youth that you have are inexperienced. I mean, you got some seniors, but they weren't starters last year. But a lot of the inexperience is in the trenches, but those guys are holding up pretty well.
Yeah, on both sides of the ball
right.
They are. And you know, we've got a big sophomore, Michael Valenta's doing a really good job at nose. And Carson Guido and Brandon Stovall at our ends are all three doing a really good job helping our linebackers make plays, and that's kind of a big job. And, it was tough on those guys. We actually spent all spring and summer working on a four-man front, and those two guys make a really good five technique playing outside.
Yep.
And we had two players move away, and one no longer plays, and so all of a sudden we were really short and got to go to a three-man front. Now those guys have to play inside, and that's a really different scheme,
Right.
of learning how to play inside, especially those two. They're tall and skinny and long, and makes it a little bit difficult on them. So they've had to kind of adjust on the fly as we've gone throughout the season.
Well, and I've noticed there are a lot of, several of the teams that we've played, they've double teamed in there. So you got guys that are having to hold two blocks.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Which frees up somebody else. And they're doing a good job of doing that.
Yeah.
You don't call their name a lot when they're getting double teamed.
Right.
But they're doing some important work when they're
Sure.
tying up a couple of guys
Sure,
in there.
absolutely.
So Hendrickson coming up. It's not a team that you look at on paper and think we got no shot.
No, not at all. They're a good football team.
Yeah.
Coach Keeling always does a good job. They've been really good. Got down to the wire last year. Really, probably the turning point of the game last year was the interception going into half. Was probably the turning point in the game. And this year it'll be really similar. They're a good offensive team. Their quarterback runs the ball well. They've got kind of two or three running backs that run the ball. They put a linebacker over there some, and when he carries the ball, man, he's dangerous. You got a big tight end that you got to worry about, know where he is. And then defensively, they're playing really good football. They've got a defensive end that's a stud. He's really good, and they're playing good in the back end. And you look at their games, they're 21 points, 16 points. I mean, they're holding some people down, so they're playing really good defense right now.
Yeah, they have. They've only had one game, I think, that was over 32 points, and that was their first game against
Right.
a very well-known perennial power in Cibolo Steel.
Yeah.
Always an offensive juggernaut there, but that's the only game that really got away from them.
Weiss kind of got on them a little bit toward the end of the game, but that was really more they had some offensive mistakes and turned the ball over and did some stuff to kind of help that out. So.
Well, Coach Killian did talk about that as well. They have been turnover prone, and that's cost them.
Right. I hope they stay that way.
I do too. I hope we go get that football and attack that football. So, second road trip in a row.
Yep.
Great stadium.
Yeah.
The field's always fun to be
Yeah,
at.
Pfield is a great place to play. Yeah, it's Coach Raymond and those guys do a good job over there at Pfield, so we enjoy playing over there.
So, healthy?
Yeah, been pretty healthy. We got the normal little things going on, but nothing major, and so we're pretty healthy and ready to go.
Yeah, 5 games in, I guess everybody's dinged and nicked up. And
Yeah, you have a little bit of that. Body start getting tired and those kind of things, but no, we're in pretty good shape from that standpoint.
That's good. Well, we're excited about this game coming up, Coach, and look forward. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the field in Pflugerville, Texas, where your Georgetown Eagles will be taking on the Hendrickson Hawks. Colors are making their way to the middle of the field. We'll pause and listen for the Star-Spangled Banner. Thanks for joining us on SHN Sports. Fine rendition of our national anthem by the Pflugerville High School Band. Folks, we appreciate you joining us. We're excited to be here. I'm Kelly DeVoll. I'll be on play-by-play tonight. Wally Harmon, our normal play-by-play voice, is actually in Las Vegas participating in a public safety softball tournament. And Doppler Dave England is at ACL tonight. So you're stuck with me, folks, but we'll have a good time tonight. I do want to thank our sponsors, Borrow from Morrow. Matt Morrow, your residential mortgage expert. Borrow from Morrow. Our family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow, Borrow from Morrow. For information, win last week for Hendrickson against Cedar Park at Cedar Park, which really turned this district on its ear. So, interesting things tonight. Georgetown has had a difficult season, so close in their 4 losses, but they stand at 1-4 on the season. Hendrickson is 2-3 in district. Georgetown is 0-2. Hendrickson is 1-1. Hendrickson will be in the all-black uniforms, black helmets, white numerals outlined in silver. And Georgetown will be wearing the tidy whities tonight. All white jerseys, all white pants with blue stripes, silver helmet with the blue logo on the side. And actually, Hendrickson is wearing a navy blue jersey. So took a little bit to see. But folks, we appreciate you. Hey, if you're listening on YouTube, type in, let us know where you're listening from, and we will give you a shout out as we have the opportunity. Our starters for your Georgetown Eagles tonight will be as follows. On offense, number 72, Ian Sanders, the right tackle. He's a sophomore. Hang on, we'll wait till after the coin toss. All right, Georgetown won the toss, deferred to the second half, so Hendrickson will get the ball tonight. We'll go back to our starting offense. On offense, number 72, Ian Sanders, the right tackle. He's a sophomore. Number 52, Nick Fisher, right guard. He's a senior. Number 65, Broden Elliott. He's a center and a junior. Number 50, Jacob Weisheimer, left guard. He is a sophomore.
Jerry Campbell, on the side judge, Maurice Williams, field judge, Miguel Duran.
Number 78, Jeremiah Phillips, left tackle. He's a senior. Number 6, Drayden Dickman, wide receiver. He's a junior. Marquise Dominguez is the wide receiver. He's a junior, number 25. Number 22, Andrew Petter. He's a slot receiver and a sophomore. Number 14, Hayden During as well. Number 32, Devin Ross will be in the backfield. He's a senior, along with Tyler Hawkins, number 16. He's the fullback. And the quarterback is Darson Herman, number 8. We'll give you the other starters in a little while, but Georgetown will be on defense to start the game tonight. We've got that trifecta of kickers out there, all lined up, getting ready to kick. Carson Sauceda, number 37, to put the toe to the leather, and the game is underway. Ball comes out to the 25 to the 30, met by a host of tacklers at about the 31-yard line on the reception for Hendrickson was Nadrian Miller. So the Hawks are going to start on offense. Look for a lot of runs tonight, folks. Play kind of an old-style football, but number 17, Joseph Rodriguez, the junior quarterback, will lead things for that. He's got 3 receivers to his left, 1 to the right, single back in the backfield. Receiver goes in motion across, takes the handoff, tries to turn upfield, finds a little bit of room, gains about 3 yards, so it's going to be second down. On the carry for Hendrickson is number 84, the wide receiver, Brian Ray, on the carry. So it's going to be second and 5 for Hendrickson after the 5-yard gain on first down. Snap back, a lot of pressure back there. It's dropped off to the tight end who fumbled the football, but it rolls out of bounds. Andrew Vargas, the senior H-back, tight end, H-back, whatever the position you're going to call it is, makes the reception, but loses 3 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and 8 for Hendrickson. Good job by the defense of sniffing that out, putting pressure on the quarterback and keeping him from being able to really get anything going. 10:46 left in the quarter. Receiver goes in motion to start. Quarterback's looking right at him. He's not taking his eyes off of him. He's got some pressure back. Eagles, a great start for this Georgetown defense. Number 15 on the interception for the Eagles. Carson Guido gets the pick, and the Eagles take the ball over for the first time tonight. So the first turnover, which Hendrickson's been a little turnover prone on the season, first turnover of the night happens on Hendrickson's first drive. So Georgetown will start their drive in Hendrickson territory at the 38-yard line. Darson Herman brings the offense out. He's in the pistol formation. A back offset to his right. Handoff. Fake handoff. He keeps the ball. Turns up. Gains about a yard, maybe a yard and a half for Darson on the keeper. Second and 9 for the Eagles. Devin Ross on the backfield. Ross takes the handoff, takes off to the right, cuts back upfield, lowers his shoulder, and is able to get a good gain. So he gains about 7.5 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and short after the Devin Ross run off the right tackle. 9:41 left in the first quarter for the Eagles. Eagles took the ball over on the 38-yard line after an interception by Guido, number 15. Herman's in the backfield. Ross offset to his right side. 2 receivers out to his left, 1 out to his right. Petter goes in motion. Hey, fakes the head off to Petter. He's up the middle. Darson keeps it, and he is going to score. Touchdown, Eagles. Great job of Darson Herman keeping the football, and the Eagles strike first on the 26-yard touchdown run by Darson Herman. Great job by the Eagles of taking advantage of that, and that's exactly what they have to do tonight to beat this Hendrickson team, who's coming into this game very excited and ready to play football. Carson Sauceda, number 37, on for the extra point. Snaps back. Kick is up, and it is good. So your Eagles take an early lead, 7-0 over the Hendrickson Hawks with 9:16 left in the first quarter. Folks, we will be right back with your Georgetown Eagles. Stay tuned. Carson Sauceda comes out to kick off after the Georgetown touchdown. We'll give you the Georgetown Eagles football booster scoring drive after this kick. Sauceda kicks the short kick, pooch kick. It's taken at about the 27-yard line. Runner's able to fight off a couple of tackles and make it out to about the 39, so that's where Hendrickson will start. The Georgetown Eagle football booster scoring drive, 3-play drive that went 38 yards that ended with the 26-yard touchdown run by Darson Herman on the keeper. So your Eagles take the early lead, which is exactly what Coach was talking about they needed to do to win this game tonight. Snaps back, quick screen out to the right side, and receiver is just gobbled up by 2 Eagles. Out there on the play was Trent McConnell, number 18, one of the tacklers. And I believe number 7, Jesse Avila, also in on that tackle as well. 8:50 left in the quarter. Hendrickson takes a snap, hands off, goes to the right to number 2, Bream Arant on the carry, and he's able to get over across the 50-yard line into Georgetown Eagle territory for the first down for Hendrickson. So that is the first down, but there's a flag on the far side. We'll see what the call is. Looks like it may be a hold. Actually, I think Aaron's helmet was ripped off. Personal foul. It's going to be a face mask on the Eagles. And I think Aaron's Aaron's helmet got ripped off. So he will get to stay in the game. And that'll move the ball down to the Georgetown 40-yard line. So those are the penalties that Georgetown was hoping to avoid. But now we'll see if number 17, Joseph Rodriguez, the junior quarterback, can take advantage. Rodriguez is in the shotgun formation, takes the snap, keeps it and starts up the middle. He is able to get 7-8 yards down to about the 31-yard line, and he is brought down by Gabriel DeNova and a couple of other tacklers.
Brandon Hawkins in there on the tackle.
Snap back, quick throw out. They're going to call that incomplete. Out there on the edge. Receiver absolutely got smoked. I believe that was number 84, Cedric Roberts. Or I'm sorry, Brian Ray. On there, folks, we're trying a new game clock, so bear with me because it'd be a lot easier to do if my buddies were here, but they bailed, so it's just me. Do the best we can, but it'll give you an idea of what we got left. Actually 7:46 left in this quarter. Rodriguez takes a snap, keeps it, starts over to the right side, but he is stopped at about the line of scrimmage. First one there to make the play was A.J. Bradshaw, senior linebacker for the Eagles. So it's 4th and 1. Hendrickson has an early decision to make. Switching personnel, but it looks like they're going to go for it. Early in the game right here, you are at that no man's land for kick or don't kick, so they're going to go for it. Pistol formation. Going to be a delay of game, which could change everything for Hendrickson. So false start on Hendrickson is going to back it up 5 yards. See if that changes the coach's mind. It will change the play call, but it looks like they're keeping the offense on the field. So the early test for the Eagles to see if they can stop this, hold them on downs, take the ball over. Rodriguez was in the backfield, but he split out wide. Number 44 takes the snap. He fights. He's able to cross over the 30-yard line and get the first down. That was Josh Chappelle on the carry. Able to get the first down, but Hendrickson has a player down on the field. Number 80, Andrew Vargas. So we will take a break while they tend to Vargas. 6:46 left in the first quarter. We'll be right back. We are back here at the Field in Pflugerville Independent School District Stadium. Hendrickson just converted on a 4th down, trying to score. Quick throw out to number 18 on the edge. Jaden Smith, he's able to make the reception, gets about 8 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 2 at the Eagle 20.
2nd down and 2 coming up.
Rodriguez looking for the signal from the coaches. He's set and ready in the backfield. Offset backs on either side of him. Takes a snap, hands it off. Running back's trying to get outside and does. Crosses over the 15-yard line down to the 14-yard line. Clock stops while they reset the chains. So it'll be 1st down at the 14-yard line of the Georgetown Eagles for Hendrickson. Joseph Rodriguez, the quarterback, looking for the signal. He's got number 2 in the backfield with him, Bryn Arendt. Rodriguez takes a snap, hands it to Arendt. He is taken down almost immediately in the backfield by number 7, Jesse Avila. Great tackle by Avila. Able to bring the running back down for a loss of about a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 for the Eagles. Rodriguez looking for the signal. 2 receivers out to his left, 1 out to his right. Arendt in the backfield, the senior running back. The other back goes in motion and sets up on the right side of the line. Handoff goes to Arendt. He tries to get outside, but he is met by a host of white jerseys. Unable to gain much of anything. Good job by the Eagle defense of pursuing out there. May have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 10 at the Eagle 14. Arendt's ready in the backfield, claps his hands. Checks the sideline to see if they're going to change the play. Arendt switches over to the left side. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Arendt's looking over to his right side. Quick dump off across the middle. A gain of about 7 yards.
Ryan Ray on the reception.
So again, another 4th down. All right, this will be 3rd down. No, this should be 4th down. Should be 4th down. And 3. So again, switch of personnel. The Eagles maintain the personnel they have on the field. And they're going to a pistol formation. Actually, no, they're going to a kicking formation. Number 16, Kalen Jones in to attempt the 24-yard field goal. Kick is up, and it is good. So Hendrickson gets on the board on their 2nd possession.
24 yards.
It's 7-3 now. Georgetown in the lead. With 3:13 left in the 3rd quarter. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back for the kickoff. Welcome back to the Field in Pflugerville. Your Georgetown Eagles are up on the Hendrickson Hawks 7-3 with 3:13 left in the 1st quarter. Georgetown will take the kick. Back deep for Georgetown is number 6, Drayden Dickman, and number 25, Marquise Dominguez. Good deep kick. Dominguez takes it at the 5-yard line. He's out to the 15. Crosses over the 20, and he is met right at the 20-yard line. Good kick coverage there by Hendrickson. So that's where Georgetown will start their second possession of the night. At their own 20-yard line, 3:07 left in the quarter. And Georgetown up 7-3. Jack Ward's listening to us. Jack, we'll get you a Smoothie King Red Zone here at some point in the future. Frank Miranda, my buddy, listening in. We appreciate all you guys listening in on YouTube. Again, Wally Harmon is in Las Vegas this weekend, so he's not here. Dave is at ACL watching George Strait, I think, so that's the reason why you're hearing my voice all night. Darson Herman in the backfield, 2 backs back there with him. Herman takes it. Quick throw out to the right for a gain of about 8 yards. Out to the right with Dominguez making the reception out on the right side. Duran and Dominguez come to the left side along with Dickman. 3 receivers to the left in the backfield with Darson Herman is Andrew Petter. He moves up next to Herman. 2nd and 2. Quick handoff to Petter. He jukes around the right side. He's able to fight his way across to the 20 to the 32-yard line. Nice run by Petter to get out and get the first down. And that's one of the things that Petter is really good about, those patient runs, waiting for his blocks to happen. So that's another borrow from Morrow first down. Georgetown breaks the huddle and comes quickly to the line of scrimmage. Moose is in the backfield with him. Darson looks to the sideline. 3 receivers out to his left. Dickman out to the right. Snap back. Herman looks quickly over to Dickman, who makes the reception, but he's shoved out of bounds after a gain of about 5 yards. So it will be about 2nd and 5 for the Eagles. They built a beautiful facility here, but the AC is not playing nice. And the windows don't open, so it's a little sweaty up here. Herman in the backfield. Big Devin Ross to his left. 2 receivers out to his right. Double tight ends on the right side. Dickman goes in motion. Looks like an option, but Herman keeps it. Runs over the left side, gets across the 40-yard line. He's just short of the first down. So it'll be 3rd and 1.5-ish for the Eagles. Clock running down in the first quarter. Herman's in the backfield. Ross set behind him. 2 receivers out to the right. Quick pitch out to Ross. He tries to get around to the edge and does. There's a block out on the edge. Ross is able to cross the 40-yard line, gets to about the 43-yard line and gets the first down, which will stop the clock as they reset the chains. Good job of Devin being real patient. Good block out there on the edge. I think that was Dickman that made the block out on the edge. May have been Avila. I didn't see the number, but a good block out there. Receivers to both sides. Ross in the backfield with Darson. Devin moves up to Darson's right side. Takes a snap, hands off to Devin. He goes off to the left side to the tackle. Gain of about 3 yards. We'll see if they just let the clock run and get out of this quarter. 7-3 is your score. Georgetown over Hendrickson. And that's what will happen. They're going to let the clock run out in the first quarter. So we'll take a break, come back for the beginning of the second quarter. Your Georgetown Eagles lead the Hendrickson Hawks 7-3. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Bush's Chicken.
So we are back for the second quarter here at the field in Pflugerville. It's a nice night except up in the press box. A little cooler outside of the press box. And I'll probably whine and cry about that all night, folks. So just be ready. It's what I do. I feel sorry for myself. Dickman and Avila out to the left.
2nd and 7 for the Eagles.
Petter and Devin Ross in the backfield with Darson. Herman sends Petter in motion out to the left. Takes a snap and hands it off to Devin Ross. Nice run out to the right side. Nice job of Devin getting to the edge. And a good gain on first down for about, 23 yards on that play. So that is another borrow from Morrow first down. Quickly back to the line. Herman takes a snap, hands it off to Petter. Petter goes off the left tackle and gets to about the 31-yard line of Hendrickson.
Petter on the carry. Tony Brown, number 29 on the tackle.
Petter stays on the field. Devin Ross comes back as During goes out. Petter goes out to the left along with Avila. Dickman's off to the right. Herman and Ross will be in the backfield. 2nd and 8 for the Eagles. Darson brings Ross up to his left side in the backfield. Dickman's in motion. Ross takes the handoff, cuts back to the middle of the line, is able to get across the down line to gain for a first down. Another borrow from Morrow first down for the Eagles. This drive started at Georgetown's 20-yard line, and now they are at the Hendrickson 22-yard line on 8 plays. Lots of receivers. Nobody in the backfield with Darson. Moose goes into motion and then drops back into the backfield with Darson. Moose takes the handoff off to the left side. He's across the 15, across the 10, fights his way forward, drops the football, but it looks like During got back on it, but the referee signaled a fight for the ball down there. And Hendrickson came up with the ball, so another big turnover by Georgetown there. Moose, an uncharacteristic fumble as he crossed and was fighting for yardage. Ball popped out. So that's not something that we see a lot with Moose. But that's a turnover for the Eagles. So the second drive for Georgetown, and that was just their second drive. This is the third drive for Hendrickson, and this drive will start at the 3-yard line. False start on Hendrickson is going to back it up half the distance to the goal, so that'll take it down to about the 1.5-yard line. So I would expect to see some pressure here from Georgetown, selling out, loading the box, stop this run. Rodriguez takes a snap and he hands it off to the back, out to the right side. Able to fight forward, gets across the 5-yard line to about the 7-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 6 for Hendrickson. Nice job of getting out to the edge by the running back, Nadrian Miller, who is behind Rodriguez in the backfield now. Rodriguez looks to the sidelines, got one receiver to the left, one to the right. Handoff goes right up to the left side of the line and across the 10-yard line out to about the 12. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 for Hendrickson. So Hendrickson having a little bit of success with the run to get away from that goal line. Big third down here for the Eagle defense. Looking to get a stop and get the ball back. 9:28 left in the second quarter. Rodriguez takes a snap, hands it off to his big back there with him. He's able to lean forward and depends on the spot. I think he got it across the 13-yard line. So that's going to be a first down for Hendrickson at the 13-yard line. Eagles unable to hold him, but still a long way to go. Rodriguez in the backfield has a single back, fakes the handoff. He's looking out to his left. Got a receiver on a quick dump-off pass.
Pass complete to Ethan Doggett.
Ethan Doggett on the reception out there. A.J. Bradshaw out to make the stop. 2nd and 6 for Hendrickson. Rodriguez takes a snap, hands it off again to Miller, but Miller unable to get much, maybe about a half a yard. Question was asked on YouTube, did Hendrickson beat Cedar Park last week? And they did beat Cedar Park 21-16 in Cedar Park, so kind of turned the district upside down a little bit. It made a crazy district a little crazier. We want to welcome all our viewers on YouTube. Appreciate it. I am not Wally Harmon. Rodriguez takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's got a receiver open at the 30-yard line, and he's knocked out of bounds right about the 31-yard line by Gabriel DeNova. But that's enough for a first down for Hendrickson, and this drive continues. Seven plays now so far on that drive. A.J. Miller on the carry. Gains 2 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 8. Arrant in the backfield with Rodriguez. One receiver left, one receiver right. Rodriguez takes the handoff. Or gives the ball to Arrant, who's able to get across the 40 to about the 41-yard line.
Bradshaw again in there on the tackle.
3rd and 5. Eagles looking to make a stop. Eagles have a 3-man front, 3 linebackers. Now they sneak a couple of the linebackers up. Pressure comes. Rodriguez has to scramble. He rolls out to his right. He's got a receiver open across midfield. Catch was made right at midfield, which is enough for a first down. Stops the clock. But that's another first down for Hendrickson. This drive again started at the Hendrickson 3-yard line. They're out to midfield now, so 10 plays, 47 yards so far on this drive. Rodriguez fakes the handoff, looks over the middle, and it's picked off at the 35-yard line. DeNova, Gabriel DeNova, number 24. Receiver wasn't even looking back at the quarterback. DeNova was looking at him, and he was able to get this. That's the 2nd turnover for Hendrickson in this game. And again, when I was talking to Coach Killian, and some of you saw that interview in the opening, when I was talking to Coach Killian, he said turnovers was a problem for them, and it has been on the season. So that's another turnover for Georgetown. They turned the first turnover into points. We'll see if they can do the same here. First down for the Eagles at the 35-yard line. Herman takes a snap and fakes a handoff. He's looking for something deep. He's got Dickman deep. Dickman, oh, it's off his hands at the 25-yard line. Just a little too long on the pass. Dickman couldn't quite haul it in. Goes off his fingertips. Great job of that pass being there. That pass should probably be there as the night goes on, but Dickman unable to bring it in, and he's going to wish he had that one back. Probably a catch that Dickman probably should have made, but he's unable to. 2nd and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Herman in the backfield with Ross and Petter. Ross moves up to the left. Petter goes into motion to the left. Quick throw out to Petter. He's got blockers out there on the edge. He gets around the edge, but he's knocked out of bounds at about the 42-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd and 4 for Georgetown. Clock still running. 3rd and 5. I thought he got out of bounds, but apparently not. 2 receivers out to the left. 1 out to the right is Dickman. Darson's in the backfield with Petter. The defense jumped, but we'll see if they said that was enough to draw the offense offline. And one of the things that you really start to see now is anytime those guys jump, the offensive line moves and starts pointing right away. So it's going to be interesting to see whether they said they were pulled off, drawn off sides by the movement on the defensive line. Long conversation, good recipes being exchanged. And it looks like it's going to go on Hendrickson. Offsides on Hendrickson. So that's going to make it 3rd and 1. Oh, they gave him the first down. It was all right. First down for the Eagles. A borrow from Morrow. First down on the penalty there, so the ball moves up to the Eagle 45-yard line. Herman's in the backfield with Petter. 2 receivers out to his left. Dickman is out to the right. Petter moves up alongside Herman. Herman takes a snap. Quick throw. Oh, to the outside. That's Ross. No, I'm sorry. That's not Ross. That's Avila. Dominguez out there on the left side. Dominguez able to make the catch. Crosses the 40-yard line down to the 37-yard line, so that's going to be another borrow from Morrow, first down. Clock's running. Hand off to Petter over to the right side. Petter lowers his shoulder and punishes one of the defensive backs with that shoulder. And he's not the biggest guy out there, but he's strong, and he really moves those legs. 2nd and 4 after the gain of 6 by Petter.
2nd down and 4.
3 receivers out left. Ross in the backfield. Flags blow. They're probably going to call a false start on the Eagles. And that's what it is, false start. Going to back it up 5, so it'll be 2nd and 9 after the penalty. So the Eagles back to the line of scrimmage. Herman awaits the snap. Herman talking, makes sure everybody's on the same page with the snap count and the signal for the snap. Ross moves up to his left. He fakes the handoff. He's looking deep. He's got. Oh, Dominguez. Bounced off his hand. Good defensive play out there in the end zone. Little too much air under that ball. If it's on a little more of a rope, he's able to make that catch. But that's another deep shot that the Eagles have missed. I would imagine they're going to try some more of those. Just bounced off his hand, and the defender was able to get a hand in there and pull Gabriel's left shoulder down, which may have been a part of him not being able to make that catch. 3rd and 9 for the Eagles at the 36-yard line. Marquise Dominguez, not Gabriel Dominguez. Timeout, Eagles. So that's their first timeout. We're going to take a break with them, folks. We'll be right back. Thanks for joining us here on SHN Sports. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle Football. Quickly, we want to thank some more of our sponsors, or thank our sponsors again. Borrow from Morrow. Matt Morrow, your residential mortgage expert. Borrow from Morrow, our family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow. Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148. So it's 3rd and 9 for the Eagles. 4:19 left in the half. Eagles driving. This drive started at their 35-yard line. Petter in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Herman fakes the handoff, and he's looking for a receiver. He's got it. Receiver over the middle, but unable to haul it in was Dickman. Darson wasn't able to get his feet under him because he was scrambling, had a lot of pressure back there, so he couldn't put a lot on that football. So it looks like the punt team is going to come in for Georgetown. Oh, it's not the punt team. They brought in Sauceda, so this would be a 54-yard field goal if it is actually a field goal attempt, and that's going to be the second timeout for the Eagles. We will go back to our sponsor, Smoothie King. Smoothie King at Wolf Ranch, blending goodness to fuel your greatness. Visit Smoothie King at Wolf Ranch Town Center. And Minuteman Press, Georgetown. Minuteman Press is your one-stop print shop, from business cards to signage and now turnkey mailing solutions for flyers, postcards, bulk mailing, and more. Minuteman Press, Georgetown can help bring exposure to your business. For more information, visit mmptx.com. We also want to thank TXB Market, 1402 Williams Drive, for hosting our coaches show. Folks, come out, visit them. If you can't make it out for the coaches show, please stop by and thank them for hosting that. And you go by and thank all our sponsors. Borrow from Morrow, let them know. Smoothie King and Minuteman Press, let them know you appreciate them helping us bring these broadcasts to you, because without them, we could not do this. Kay, thank you for forgiving me for the missed names. I got no spotter. We got Kay's listening. Jack Ward, again, listening. We appreciate all you guys checking in. Veronica Guerrero out there cheering on DeNova, number 24, watching from West Virginia. Thanks for joining us. So Georgetown is going to go for it on this 4th down, and now Hendrickson may have taken a timeout. So it's like the end of an NBA game. Everybody burning their timeout. So we'll take a timeout with them. Stick with us, folks, here on SHN Sports. We'll be right back. All right, back to live action. It's 4th and 9 at the 36-yard line. Georgetown trying to drive. 4:13 left in the half. Herman in the backfield. Fakes the handoff to Moose. Throw over the middle, and it is incomplete. Dickman unable to pull that in. Good job on the defense for Hendrickson making the play. I believe was number 5, Reggie Shelton. So Georgetown unable to do anything after the turnover. Unable to get points in there, and Hendrickson was able to hold. So they'll take over at their own 36-yard line. 4:08 left in the half. Hendrickson has two of their timeouts left. Georgetown only has 1 timeout left. Rodriguez in the backfield. Takes the snap. Looks quickly out to his right, or to his left. Hits number 80. Who's able to get up to about the 45-yard line, just 1 yard short. Seth Deaton on the reception. So it's going to be gain of about 8. 2nd and 2 for Hendrickson. Clock still running. Hendrickson not worried about their timeouts right now. Rodriguez in the backfield. Directly behind him is Arendt, number 2. Rodriguez takes the handoff, hands it to Arendt. He's looking for something out to the right side, but the Eagles swarm. He's unable to get. He gets maybe back to about the line of scrimmage, and nothing more than that. So it's going to be a 3rd down for the Eagles. And if they can stop Hendrickson here, Coach Griffin may start considering using that 3rd timeout to give his offense a little bit of time to do something with the football before the half. Georgetown does get the ball to start the second half. So if they could put some points on the board, that would be a very good thing for them. Snap goes back to Rodriguez. Quick throw down the field. He's got an open receiver who's able to get past his man and get down to about the 20-yard line. Out there on the reception was number 18, Jaden Smith.
Jaden Smith on the reception.
He was able to get past 42 on the edge.
Down at the 18-yard line.
So they are to the 18-yard line. 1st down for Hendrickson. Clock continues to run now. It's down to 2:43. 2:36 now. Rodriguez in the backfield. Be a big score if they can put points on the board here. Whistle blows. Clock stop. So Hendrickson takes their 2nd timeout of the half. And this is a big opportunity for this Eagle defense to come up with a stop, a much-needed stop here, because if Hendrickson can put points on the board here, that really changes the face of this. Not only given, obviously, Hendrickson the lead, but a missed opportunity for Georgetown to get the ball back and maybe do something with it before the half. But 2:26 left in the half. Hendrickson got the ball on this drive whenever they were able to hold Georgetown on downs on a 4th and 9 attempt. And now they're driving. Hendrickson ready for play. Rodriguez in the backfield with Arendt and Brian Ray. Rodriguez takes a snap. He's looking off to his right. Pressure's coming on. He fumbled the football, but I think one of the linemen got back on it. The ball stays with Hendrickson, but a good job of getting pressure, I believe, from that outside by Carson Guido. Good job of stripping the ball from Rodriguez. They're going to let the clock run down to 2 minutes now in the half. Both teams have 1 timeout left. 2nd and 13 for Hendrickson. Rodriguez looks to the sideline and gets his play now. 2 receivers out to his right, 2 to his left. Looks out to the left, and he gets absolutely drilled in the backfield. Number 43, Michael Valenta, one of the tacklers in there, and I think the other tackler was A.J. Bradshaw. And they had a little quarterback sandwich back there. A.J. called a meeting at the quarterback, and Michael was on time. 3rd and 16, 17 yards. Quick throw out to the left. Pass is bobbled, incomplete, which stops the clock with 1:09 left on the clock. That's going to bring up 4th down. So a big play here for Georgetown defense. Good job of getting the Hendrickson offense stopped. 1:09 left. Looks like a field goal attempt, so this would be a 42-yard field goal attempt. 14 seconds on the play clock. Snap back, kick is blocked. And Georgetown's going to leave it alone. And the ball will be dead at about the 23-yard line. So Georgetown's going to take over with 59 seconds left. Great stop by the defense. And a good job on special teams of blocking that kick.
At the
So
23-yard line.
turnover on downs, no points for Hendrickson. Good job, little bend but don't break by the Georgetown defense. So Georgetown takes over with 58 seconds left. One timeout for your Eagles to try to do something, get some points on the board. So I would look for some max protect and passes down the field. It's so funny because we can see the coaches talking to each other and discussing what plays are going to be called. So here we go, 59 seconds left in the half. Darson Herman in the backfield sends Ross into motion out to the left. That's 4 receivers out to the left. Empty backfield, 1 receiver to the right. Quick swing pass out to Petter. Petter turns up the field. He's able to get around to the edge and gets out of bounds after a gain of about 9 yards. Depending on where they spot him. About 8 yards. 54 seconds left in the half. Good job of Petter getting out of bounds. Ross is in the backfield with Herman. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Snap back to Herman. Quick throw out to the left side. Get out of bounds. Oh, get out of bounds. Nice job of getting out of bounds and stopping the clock out there on the edge by Diaz. Or Dominguez. I'm sorry, I think that was Dominguez. Yeah, Dominguez out there on the left. 48 seconds left in the half. That's a borrow from Morrow, first down at the Georgetown 46-yard line. Herman takes the snap, drops back. He's looking across the middle. He's got Petter across the middle. Petter's able to hang on to the football. Gets the first down to the 38-yard line, 39-yard line. Another borrow from Morrow, first down. Quickly to the line. Quick swing pass back out to Petter out to the left side, and Petter gets out of bounds at about the 33-yard line with 35 seconds left. Flag comes out. There's a little pushing and shoving going on, and somebody is walking around without a helmet on for the Eagles. Looks like somebody's helmet got ripped off. Play is calm now. We'll see what this call is. This is going to be interesting. I didn't see what happened after the play.
Flag down at the 31-yard line.
A couple of Georgetown players clapping. Folks, I've got Jerry Ann Harmon, Wally's wife, up here helping me out. Richard Marsh up helping me out, neighbor and dear friend of mine, and was actually on some of the old Georgetown broadcasts in the early 90s, late 90s with Jack Frost and Jerry Graham. All right, so that's gonna hurt because they had an illegal substitution penalty, which is 5 yards, and then since the personal foul was after the play, clock stopped, they're going to enforce that as well. So they'll move the ball to about the 28, and then I'm guessing half the distance to the goal from there. So that's going to take it down to about the 18-yard line. So on the penalties, another borrow from Morrow, first down, and we are now in the Smoothie King red zone. Driving, 35 seconds left, 1 timeout. Herman in the backfield, takes the snap, quick throw down to the end zone. He's got Dickman. Dickman makes the catch. He stretches the ball out. Touchdown, Eagles. What a beautiful catch by Drayden Dickman. He was able to haul the pass in and reach out and stretch the ball across the goal line. Great job of the Eagles with not very much time, but driving down after they were able to block the kick. Driving down, putting points on the board for the Eagles. The Eagles go up 13-3 with the point after attempt to come. Snap back, kick is up, and it is good. So your Georgetown Eagles put points on the board. They now lead the Hendrickson Hawks 14, I was hoping, 14-3 with 28 seconds left, and that's exactly what they needed to do right there, was put some points on the board. They'll get the ball back to start the second half, and that extra point is a – there we go, Minuteman press extra point. Thanks to Jerry Ann for pointing that out. And, folks, I've missed a couple of the advertisements. I apologize for that. We'll make it up to you, I promise, to our advertisers. But after the Minuteman press extra point, your Georgetown Eagles lead 14-3 with 28 seconds left in the half. So the Georgetown Eagle football boosters scoring drive, that drive started at the 25-yard line, Georgetown's own 25-yard line. 8 plays, 75 yards, and on the Drayden Dickman reception where he was able to stretch the ball out, your Georgetown Eagle football boosters scoring recap brings up the lead for the Georgetown Eagles to 14-3. Short kick. Bounces past the receivers, back to the 10-yard line. Ball's picked up there, but no place to run after the ball is picked up there. A mistake on special teams for Hendrickson. Number 3, Maurice Price, finally corralled the football, but he was only able to bring it out to about the 12-yard line. So there's 22 seconds left. One timeout for Hendrickson, and they trail your Eagles 14-3. Folks, at halftime, we will show both bands. So stick around and watch the bands, watch and listen to the bands. And then we should have a very interesting second half. I'll also give you some score updates from around the district as soon as we have a chance to do that. Snap goes back to Rodriguez. Pressure is coming right up the middle. He's able to escape the pressure. He's across the 15-yard line, gets out to the 20, and gets close to a first down, depending on where it's spotted, at the 22-yard line. So that's a first down for Hendrickson. Rodriguez on the scramble does a good job of making something out of nothing. The Eagles had some pressure up there, and they were able to get the first down, but they are going to let the clock expire. So that will bring us to halftime. At the half, your Georgetown Eagles are leading the Hendrickson Hawks 14-3. We're going to let the band get set up. Your Eagle band will be first. Take a quick break and come back, and I'll give you some scores from around the district. Folks, thanks for joining us here on SHN Sports. This is your Georgetown Eagle football team underneath the Friday Night Lights.
Texas Landscaping, Kimberly Wolfman of Wolf Real Estate, Eagle Band sponsor level, Andy Pools, All Clear Coolers, Keystone Concrete, and our continuing sponsors, Paul Nadeau of Berkshire Hathaway, C.D. Bradshaw and Associates, PC, Georgetown Muffler and Automotive, Upper Easton Mackinac, and United Built Home. Thank you, sponsors. The Georgetown would like to thank their 2021-2022 High Kick sponsors, Georgetown Woodworks, Bell Chevron, Lone Star Carpet, McCoy's Building.
All right, before the bands get going, we welcome you back here to Georgetown Eagle football on SHN Sports. Elsewhere in the district, the Manor Mustangs are leading Pflugerville Panthers 16-6. That game is 7 minutes, 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Weiss is up 35-3 over Leander with 11:08 left in the second quarter there. And Cedar Park last night defeated the Anderson Trojans 45-13. So Cedar Park stays in the thick of that fight. And a game that only two of us in this room care about. The Port Neches Groves Indians are beating the Barbers Hill or tied with Barbers Hill Eagles with 3:54 left in the first quarter. I know nobody else cares, but Richard and I both went to Port Neches Groves High School, so you get that score. All right, folks, we're going to take a break here for the half. Let you listen to both bands. Stick around for the second half, which will start in about 25 minutes or so. Folks, thanks for joining us on SHN Sports.
It is with the greatest of pleasure that I introduce to you the award-winning sweethearts of Georgetown, the Georgettes. Georgette officers are Lieutenant Annabelle Cora, Lieutenant Hannah Dorr, First Lieutenant Stephanie Berganza, and your 21-22 Georgette Captain, Miss Anna Kate Seaback. Georgette socials are Jordan Patterson, Aspen Schiefelbaum, Nadia Vickers, and Marissa Zavala. Officer's Choice of the Week is Nevaeh Garcia. And Georgette of the Week is Libby Morrison. And now watch the Georgettes as they perform their kick routine to this smash hit from the movie Rocky. Gonna Fly Now. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The Georgettes are under the direction of Miss Nikki Crosses. The band is led on the field by drum majors Austin Novosad, Ben Dolby, and Sydney Harper. Your 21-22 color guard captain is Maggie Lowe. Lieutenant is Lisa Kettlewell. Sergeant is Brandon Bright. Social officers are Julia Watson, Nina Caney. Choice of the Week is Eddie Lynn. Color Guard members of the week are Color Guard officers. Brass member of the week is Danielle Davis. Woodwind member of the week is Evan Zach. Battery member of the week is Aiden Bell. And the Feminine Assembly member is Owen Hayback. Eagle Band family of the week is Spy Battery. Eagle Band parent of the week is Brandy Watson. Congratulations, Brandy. The Eagle Band would like to dedicate tonight's performance to our amazing GHS counselors. Georgetown, featuring soloists Warren Houston, Emma House, Timmy Kirky, Nate Blue, Rowan, Austin Wilson, Kim Baker, and Ian McAllister. Present their 2021 competition show, What's Right?
Electric current, anything from static electricity to lightning bolts, is electrons moving from negative to positive.
It seems like it's easier to make sparks and lightning than not to make them. Anytime you have two dissimilar materials rubbing together, you get sparks.
Silver Dancers of Pflugerville, Texas. The Spirit Girl of the Week is Gabby Santoyo. And our Director's Penguin of the Week is Alyssa Rodriguez. And now, please enjoy the Silver Dancers performing their jazz kick routine to Whole Hearted.
Welcome back to the field in Pflugerville, Texas on this Friday night underneath the Friday night lights. Your halftime score, your Georgetown Eagles 14 and the Hendrickson Hawks 3. We want to thank our sponsors, Borrow from Morrow. Matt Morrow, your residential mortgage expert. Borrow from Morrow, our family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow, Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148. And also Smoothie King. Smoothie King at Wolf Ranch, blending goodness to fuel your greatness. And Minuteman Press. Minuteman Press, Georgetown is your one-stop print shop. From business cards to signage, and now turnkey mailing solutions for flyers, postcards, bulk mailing, and more. Minuteman Press, Georgetown. can help bring exposure to your business. For more information, visit mmptx.com. So a very interesting first half for the Eagles. They were able to turn some turnovers into points. Hendrickson had a turnover on downs that they were unable to convert on points. I would love to give you stats, but I got none. I'm not smart enough to compile stats and do all that kind of good stuff. But there were 2 scoring drives for the Eagles in the first half, and we will recap those scoring drives. Our Georgetown Eagle Football Boosters scoring drives. On the first drive for the Eagles, that drive started at Georgetown's own 38-yard line. And a 3-4 play on the fourth play of the series, Darson Herman kept for 26 yards and a touchdown. The second scoring drive that the Eagles had started at their own 35-yard line in a 7-play, 65-yard drive with a fantastic catch by Drayden Dickman to go up 14-0 or 14-3 on the Hawks. So second half is going to start here very shortly, waiting for the teams to come out and take the second half kick. And again, Georgetown will receive the second half kick and start the second half with the ball. So that is important that they put those points on the board. I talked a little bit about it in the first half, but helping me up here in the booth are Jerry Ann Harmon, Wally's wife, working the scoreboard and the technical stuff, and Richard Marsh on the camera for us, and I appreciate both of them very much. Richard used to work on the broadcast back in the late 90s with Jack Frost, Jerry Graham, Vernon Killen, and Richard himself, and they did the broadcast that they would re-air on Saturdays on cable. So he's up here. He's former neighbor, longtime friend, dear friend, like a brother to me, so I'm excited to have Richard up here in the booth with me. Thank you both for all your work tonight, because if they were not here, there would be a camera, and it would probably be terrible, and I would talk, and that would be like you've heard tonight, with no scoreboard or anything else, because I'm not smart enough to run all that. But we've got help up here tonight. Thank goodness for that. So the Hendrickson Hawks and the Eagles take the field for the second half. We will have the second half kickoff in about 60 seconds, so stick around, and we will have our second half begin here shortly. Folks, thanks for joining us. Folks who are watching on YouTube, we appreciate you watching. Somebody asked if we can move the number of people watching so I actually see the score. I think that's a YouTube thing or something like that, but apologize for that. Maybe try closing the live chat. But David Ross is listening. Got some love for the game clock, which hasn't been exactly precise, but you get a good idea of what's going on there, so appreciate your patience with that. Again, Jack Ward's listening, Kay Stevens, thanks to all you guys for listening. And I haven't been able to go back and check yet. Yep, there's my mom. James and Judy DeVoll listening in. Cohen Ward listening. I wonder if our buddies are listening from Boise, Idaho. Let us know if you guys are listening. We usually have some Boise State players listening with a former Georgetown Eagle who's currently playing up there. So here we go with the second half kickoff. Hendrickson will kick off back deep for the Eagles. Drayden Dickman. And the kick is taken by Dominguez. Dominguez, good run. Started up the middle, but he's able to cut outside and gets just across the 40-yard line to around the 45-yard line. So the Eagles will start there, first down from their own 45-yard line. So good starting position for the Eagles. Good run back on that kick. Darson Herman and the Eagle offense will take the field shortly. We'll see what kind of adjustments that both teams were able to make. Georgetown had some deep shots that they were unable to connect on earlier. I would imagine we'll see some more of those as the Eagles take the field now. So Herman comes out, Petter to his right, Devin Ross behind him, then moves up to Herman's left. Wide receiver far left, wide receiver to the right. Quick throw out to the right side to Dominguez. He gets across midfield into Hendrickson territory. Gain of about 6, maybe 7 yards on that reception. 2nd and 3 for the Eagles. Dominguez runs across the field. 3 receivers to the left. Devin Ross behind. Darson Herman in the backfield. Herman looks over to the sideline, gets his signal. Back in the pistol formation, and he's set. Ross moves up to his left side. Darson takes a snap. He hands it to Ross. Starts out to the right, cuts back to the left, crosses the 40, gets down to about the 37-yard line. Good run by Devin Ross. Gets across the 30, down to about the 37-yard line for another borrow from Morrow first down. Quick snap, handoff goes back to Ross. He crosses the 35-yard line, gets down to about the 34-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Eagles. Good start to this drive. This drive started at the 45-yard line of Georgetown. They're already across midfield on 4 plays and driving on Hendrickson. Game clock is down to 11 minutes. Fakes the handoff to Petter. Herman keeps it, cuts up along the left hash mark, gets across the 25 down to about the 31-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 4 for Georgetown there. Six-play drive so far. It's taken 2.5 minutes, or a minute and a half off the clock so far. Herman's in the backfield with 2 backs, Ross and Petter. Herman takes a snap. He's looking over to the right. He's got Dickman out on the right side. Dickman's able to haul it in, but they say he was out of bounds and juggling the ball when he went out of bounds. He disappeared below a fence that's along the stand, so I couldn't tell from my viewpoint, but it's going to be 3rd down and 4. 4th and 4 for the Eagles, and we'll see what they do. Sauceda's long is 41 yards, so that's probably why they're not going for it right now. Darson looks over to the sideline on this 4th and 4. He's got Petter in the backfield behind him. 2 receivers left, 2 to his right. Petter moves up to his left side in the backfield. Quick drop, quick pass out to the left. That pass goes out to Dominguez, and he steps out of bounds right about the 23-yard line. And that gives us another borrow from Morrow, 1st down. Eagles back quickly to the line. 1st down at Hendrickson, 23-yard line. Herman takes a snap, fakes a throw to the right. He's looking deep to the left, and he had Dominguez to the left, but unable to connect on the pass to the left, just over the head of Dominguez. A little bit more air under that one may be what the doctor ordered, but if ifs and buts, you know what they say. Flag on the play. Back in the area, could be a hold or maybe a late hit on Darson. We'll see, because I did not.
29-yard line.
Unsportsmanlike conduct call on Ethan Bell, number 44. I didn't see exactly what happened, but it was after the play, so that's going to move the ball half the distance to the goal into the Smoothie King red zone for another borrow from Morrow, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line of the Hendrickson Hawks for your Georgetown Eagles. 10:05 left in the quarter, and the Eagles driving. This drive started at their own 45-yard line. Herman takes a snap, and he keeps it to the left side. Bounces off of one tackler, gets down to the 5-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 3. 2nd and 2 from the 5-yard line. Nice job of blocking out there and giving Darson a lane on that left side. A big group of buffet killers on the left side of that offensive line were able to move Hendrickson off the ball and give Darson some running room. Quickly to the line goes the lineman. Darson's in the backfield as Devin Ross moves up to his right. 3 receivers to the right. He's got a tight end on the left side. Darson rolls out, and the tight end was all over him, and the flags came flying in. Tight end was wrapped up, just completely wrapped up by the defender. That was Tyler Hawkins.
Tyler Hawkins, the intended receiver.
And I think the penalty was on the safety, number 22, Kyler Mahoney. But I can't say for certain. So that hold is going to be an automatic first down. Ball goes half the distance to the goal. We are in the Smoothie King red zone, and we have another borrow from Morrow first down on the penalty, so it'll be 1st and goal for the Eagles at about the 2.5-yard line. Herman in the backfield. Has Devin Ross back there with him. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end. Actually, tight end looks more like a right tackle. And I think Hendrickson called the timeout. Yep. Hendrickson takes their first timeout of the half, trying to get set on defense. This is a big opportunity for the Eagles to move way ahead and make this a 3-score game. So we'll take a break with them, folks. We will be right back. Thanks for joining us for Georgetown Eagle football here on SHN Sports. Welcome back to the field here in Pflugerville, Texas. The Eagles up 14-3, and they are driving 1st and goal at the 2.5-yard line for the Eagles. 9:23 left in the quarter. Herman's in the backfield, has Ross to his right. 2 receivers to the right. Receiver on the left, Dickman goes in motion. Fakes a handoff, Herman keeps it. Actually loses about a half a yard, so he's down at about the 3-yard line. A nice job of the defensive end out there keeping Darson contained, which is what Coach Killian said they were going to have to do. I asked Coach Killian when I interviewed him, you saw in the pregame show, what they were going to do to try to stop Darson. Said, we're going to hit him right when he gets off the bus. So they were trying to do that. Haven't been real successful at it. Darson's been able to gain some yards. Herman in the backfield. Petter goes in motion, fakes the handoff, and Darson goes right up the middle, right at the teeth of this defense, and scores the 3rd touchdown for the Eagles in this game. Nice job by Herman of waiting. Receiver in motion just cleared people out, and he was untouched into the end zone. For the 3rd touchdown of the game, and now the Eagles set to attempt the Minuteman press extra point, and the kick is up, and it is good. So the Minuteman press extra point is good, which brings our score to Georgetown 21, Hendrickson 3. Nice job of the Eagles taking the first kick of the game. And we will have our Georgetown Eagle football boosters scoring drive, scoring recap. This drive started at the 45-yard line after a fantastic kick return to open the second half by Marquise Dominguez. Dominguez brought the ball out to the 45-yard line, and a 12-play, 55-yard drive ends with a 3-yard Darson Herman keeper right up the middle for the score, which brings our score to 21-3 with 8:50 left in the third quarter. Carson Sauceda lined up for the kick, and I would imagine we will see this 3-headed monster kick that the Eagles have used so much. And there it is. Who's going to kick what? Sauceda, Guzman, and somebody else. Oh, nice kick. Get on the ball. That ball's loose. It looked like from here. Nope. I think Hendrickson was able to get back on the ball. No. Georgetown has it. Georgetown has the football. A.J. Bradshaw is able to recover the football, and the intended receiver is actually down. I think he's hurt. I can't see his number because he's surrounded by the training staff. But A.J. Bradshaw able to come up with a huge turnover for Georgetown. And that's the third turnover for Hendrickson tonight. And they have struggled with turnovers all season. So we're going to let the medical staff tend to this young man. We will be back in just a few seconds. We hope everything. So that was number 84, Brian Ray, who was injured. Brian was the one who tried to catch the kick, and it slipped through his hands. And it instantly, when that ball hit the ground, he got drilled. So walking off on his own power, looks like they're helping him hold that left arm a little bit. So we hope Brian is okay. We'll see if we can keep an eye on that. But Georgetown takes over the ball on the Hendrickson 40-yard line after the muffed kick on the kickoff after the Georgetown touchdown. So Darson Herman and the Eagles take over. And I would imagine you're about to see a heavy dose of, well, we may get an attempt to put this game away a little bit as Devin Ross goes into motion out to the left. Empty backfield now with Herman back there by himself. Darson takes a snap. He's looking across the middle, gets a little bit of pressure, pulls the ball back up. He's got a receiver open. Ball's caught. Oh, that's Patter, and he scores on the 40-yard touchdown reception. Patter caught that ball about the 25, and it looked like defenders tried not to run into each other, and Patter was able to put the ball into the end zone on the first play after the turnover on the kickoff. So we brings us to the Minuteman press extra point attempt. Kick is up, and it is good by Carson Sauceda, so the Minuteman press extra point is good. This is an easy Georgetown Eagle football booster scoring drive recap. One play from the 40-yard line, one 40-yard play. Petter caught the ball at about the 25-yard line and then slipped between defenders and went basically untouched into the end zone for the touchdown. We didn't even get a shot with the Smoothie King red zone because we ran right through it for the score. And your score now, your Georgetown Eagles 28 and the Hendrickson Hawks 3. And it looks like the Hawks may be having a little bit of a hangover from their victory over Cedar Park last week because they are not looking very crisp like they did at stopping Cedar Park last week. They held Cedar Park to 16 points. And Georgetown, with 8:41 left in the third quarter, has put 28 on the board to this point. So good job by A.J. Bradshaw and Darson Herman and this whole we got to talk about the offensive line doing a great job of giving Darson time, pushing that pocket around him, letting him be able to step up and complete that pass. So the kick team is on for Georgetown. Ball is in place. And they try that same little pooch again. And wisely, one of the Hendrickson players takes the ball and just lays on the carpet. And that was Devin Livesay. So Hendrickson, I guess this is their first drive in the second half. No time off the clock on the kick. So 8:41 left in the third quarter. Rodriguez takes the handoff, or gives the ball off. I think that was to Price. He gets over the right side for a gain of about 2.5, maybe 3 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8 for Hendrickson. Rodriguez again, shotgun formation, takes a snap. Keeps the ball, fakes the handoff, crosses over the 45-yard line, gets to about the 47.5-yard line. So just shy of the first down for Rodriguez. 3rd and 2 for the Hendrickson Hawks. We welcome all those watching on YouTube, watching us here at the Field in Pflugerville, Texas. Beautiful facility here, and we're excited to be here. Rodriguez takes a snap, takes off to his left, gets wrapped up in the backfield, but he's able to drag a tackler forward for about a yard gain. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 1. And down 25 points, it looks like Hendrickson is going to go for it. Rodriguez has Arendt and Vargas with him in the backfield. Vargas goes out to the right with 2 other receivers. Arendt stays in the backfield with Rodriguez. Rodriguez gives his lineman the call. 1 receiver out to the left. 3-man front for Georgetown. Linebackers sneak up and they pressure on the. Oh, and he is drilled. Rodriguez kept the ball, and he got absolutely smoked by A.J. Bradshaw. And Hendrickson was stopped on the 4th down attempt, actually lost 2 yards. So Georgetown will take over on downs, up 28-3. Great job by A.J. Bradshaw fighting off his block, able to get back to Rodriguez and stop him for a loss. So Georgetown will take over in Hendrickson territory at the 47-yard line of Hendrickson. This will be their 3rd drive of the second half. That was Hendrickson's first in the second half. So Georgetown starts at Hendrickson's 47-yard line. And we see Darson Herman back out there. Devin Ross with him. 2 receivers, including Dickman to the right. Petter goes in motion to the right, and he's looking for Dickman across the middle. Dickman got held a little bit, but he's wide open. Touchdown, Eagles! What a great throw by Darson Herman. A 47-yard touchdown throw by Darson Herman to Drayden Dickman. The safety grabbed him by the shoulder pad, but couldn't hang on. And that's another touchdown for your Georgetown Eagles. And they are starting to pull away from the Hendrickson Hawks, and Hendrickson's going to have to do something to stop this bleeding, or this is going to get bad. What a beautiful throw by Darson. Right amount of air under. We are lined up for the Minuteman Press extra point, and Carson Saucedo puts toe to leather, and the Minuteman Press extra point is good. So your Eagles lead Hendrickson 35-3, and this is the game Georgetown has been looking for. The Georgetown Eagles football booster scoring drive recap. Again, 1 play, 47 yards. Darson Herman to Drayden Dickman on the first play after the turnover on downs, and your Eagles are up 35-3. Take a quick break, and we will come back for the kickoff. Stick with us, folks. Great stop by the Eagle defense to hold Hendrickson and keep their drive from even crossing midfield. Georgetown took over at the 47-yard line in a 1 play. Take a 35-3 lead. So the Eagles machine is rolling, and this is a game the Eagles desperately needed to get back into the thick of this fight in District 11, 5A Division 1. Kicking team is lined up, and it was actually not Saucedo this time. Kick was a little bit short, fielded at the 28-yard line and brought out to about the 39-yard line by Reggie Shelton, number 6. So Hendrickson will take over there. Now they're going to have to throw the ball. They haven't had a great deal of success throwing the ball. So the Eagles probably going to pin their ears back and come after this Hendrickson offense if I were a guessing man. And I am. You notice I didn't say betting man. Oh, so offsides on the kicking team is going to add 5 yards to that. And it's been a little while since we've seen Georgetown have a penalty. So they've done a good job of minimizing the penalties tonight. Been some big penalties against Hendrickson. So the ball moves up to the 47-yard line, Hendrickson's own 47-yard line, and they will take over there after the kick and the penalty. Rodriguez takes a snap, quick throw out to the right. Good coverage out there on the right side, left side of the Georgetown defense by number 42. And I don't even have 42 on my roster. I don't know who that was. And I don't think the PA announcer knows either.
Leandro Diaz on the tackle.
Jordiaz?
Alan Fernand, number 15.
Oh, you can't hear that. Okay, 42 is on the tackle. Nice job. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 after the short gain on the first down throw. Rodriguez again in the backfield. Running back kind of leaned forward, but it wasn't called. Rodriguez has the scramble, gets out to midfield, and not much more, crosses just into Eagle territory. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 6 or 7 for Hendrickson. 5:48, 47, 6-5 left in this 3rd quarter. And this is the 3rd quarter I think Hendrickson just wants to be done. 3rd down and 7 for Hendrickson, just across midfield. Rodriguez takes a snap, immediately rolls out to his left. He's looking for his receiver, but the throw is way off target. No place to go. Good coverage out there on the edge by the Eagle defense. And that was Baylor Alexander on defense. So it's going to be 4th down, and at this point, Hendrickson's just going to have to go for it. And we said the last couple of times, I thought Georgetown may start running the ball, but if they can stop Hendrickson here, get the ball back on 4th down, we are going to see a heavy dose of number 32 and number 22 and number 9 and number 8 just running the ball to get out of here. Rodriguez takes a snap, and he pooch kicks it down the field. There's nobody back, so that if that ball sticks, it's going to be a good kick. Ball is down at about the 16-yard line for Georgetown, so they will start there. No luck for Hendrickson on their second possession now in the second half. So Georgetown will start at their own 16-yard line with 5:21 left in the 3rd quarter. Going 6.5 minutes deep without complaining about the air conditioner being off, so I'm going to take a air conditioner complaint break. First world problems. Here comes the Georgetown offense at their own 16-yard line. Herman takes a snap, and he hands it off to Moose. Moose starts right up the middle, breaks out the outside. He's across the 40, 45, cuts back to the 50, across the 45, and taken down at about the 41-yard line. It's so much fun watching Moose run that football, and he's so fast, has such a quick burst. He gets through that line to the 2nd level, and he's able to take that a little bit more. He could have taken that to the house, but I think he ran out of gas a little bit. So Herman is in the backfield, has Ross behind him. Or I'm sorry, has Petter behind him. Dominguez and During out to his left. Dickman out to the right. Petter shifting around. Can't decide which side he wants to be on. Herman takes a snap and he keeps the ball, starts off with the right side, goes right past that right guard, moves up across the 25-yard line down to, 35-yard line down to about the 32-yard line. Going to be 2nd and 2 for the Eagles. Petter goes off, take a little breather. Dickman moves over to the left side with During and Dominguez. Moose is in the backfield. Let's see Moose bounce this off the left side. Darson moves Moose up to his left. Snap is back, hands it to Moose. Moose comes right. Gets just past the yardstick for another borrow from Morrow first down. That's the second borrow from Morrow first down on this drive. First one came after a long run by Moose. Second borrow from Morrow first down comes after a short gain by Moose, but keeps the chains and the clock running. Just over 3:30 left in the third quarter. 3 receivers out left. Moose is in the backfield with Darson. Tight end on the right side. Hawkins. Darson decides he's going to get him a little bit, hangs onto the ball, goes out to the left, takes a couple of tacklers to get him there. He got contacted in the backfield, but was able to drive forward a little bit. Got a pretty generous spot. They call it a 3-yard gain, so it's going to be 2nd and 7 at the Hawks' 28-yard line, 27-yard line. 50-ish left in the half. 23 seconds on the play clock, and Darson is just going to let this clock run down some. In no hurry at all. Darson has Moose in the backfield with him. 2 receivers to the right. Takes a snap and hands it to Moose. Moose drives straight at this Hendrickson defense, and he's able to gain about 3 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 4 at the Hendrickson 24-yard line. Again, Georgetown taking their time. Things have gone their way tonight. They break the semi-huddle. Moose is to his left. Petter is offset in front. Herman keeps it. He goes to the left. He's going to score. Touchdown, Georgetown Eagles. Darson Herman on the 23-yard keeper off the left side of the offensive line. Darson scores on a beautiful run, untouched. Hendrickson was not ready for that play at all, completely confused by what the Eagles were trying to do there. And the Eagles score and now line up for the Smoothie King, or the borrow from where are we? Extra point. The Minuteman press, extra point. So I'll say it as kick is good, and the Minuteman press extra point is good, and that brings our score to 42-3, your Georgetown Eagles. We will be back in just a minute for the next kickoff, folks. Stick with us here on SHN Sports, your Georgetown Eagles football home. We're back with 1:58 left in the third quarter. Your Georgetown Eagles have really blown this game open, 42-3. Kind of surprising that the score has gotten that wide that fast. After this kick, I'll give you some more scores from around the district. Saw Seda and the gang out there for the kickoff, moving this kick around. I think all 3 of them have kicked it tonight at some point. Another short, high kick, fielded at the 21-yard line, up to the 25. Ball carries across the 25, 35, and out to about the 40-yard line. So Hendrickson will start there down 42-3. Now a little verbiage happening between players. Elsewhere in the district, Manor is up 31-6 over Pflugerville, 11:51 left in the third quarter. Cedar Creek is losing to Eastview, not in our district, but in our city. Leander is down 49-10 to Weiss. Weiss at halftime with a big lead there. And then, of course, Cedar Park won last night, 45-13 over Anderson. So that scores from around the district. 1st and 10 for the Hendrickson Hawks at their own 40-yard line. Snap back to Rodriguez. He's looking deep. Has a receiver downfield. Little pushing and shoving going back and forth, but they let it play out, and the pass falls incomplete. Good defense over there. Good job of the referees keeping their flag in their pocket. The Georgetown Eagle football booster scoring drive recap. Just a few plays to cover the yardage that they needed. For the Darson Herman. I forgot how long that touchdown run was. I didn't write it down. It was a good one. 23 yards, I believe. 23-yard touchdown run by Darson Herman. And we thank our football boosters for sponsoring the scoring drive recap. 1:44 left. Handoff goes right up the middle, right into the teeth of the Georgetown defense, and they are ready for that. There is no gain. So it's going to be 3rd and 10 for Hendrickson at the 40-yard line. And the clock is stopped. And I'm not sure why they stopped the clock. Reset the game clock. Trying to reset the game clock. Clock operator is eating some of the chicken that was up there. Rodriguez takes the snap, and he's looking deep again. Doesn't have anything deep, so he goes to his second receiver, number 21.
Pass complete to Ashton Avila.
Ashton Avila for the reception. And that brings the clock down to 1 minute left.
Coming up for the Hawks.
1:01 left in the third quarter. So it's 4th and 1 for the Hawks. Rodriguez looking to the sideline, asking him to repeat the play. I'm letting the clock run just because I want to. Snap goes back to Rodriguez. He keeps it. Spins off of one tackler. He's able to cross the 50-yard line, has the first down and a little bit more. He crosses into Georgetown territory down to about the 47-yard line. So the drive continues for Hendrickson there. First sustained drive of any kind that Hendrickson's had in the second half. That Eagle defense has been all over them in the second half, and turnovers have again killed Hendrickson in this ball game. They haven't been able to overcome those, and Georgetown's taken those and turned them into points. Rodriguez takes the snap and hands it off right up the middle, crosses the 40-yard line down to about the 39-yard line. Just a little bit shy of the first down. So the clock will continue to run. And that was Brian Arendt who gets the handoff again. Starts off to the right, cuts back to the middle. He's able to get across down to about the 37-yard line. So that's enough for the first down. The clock stops with 30 seconds left. Change or reset. And the clock starts again. We'll see if Hendrickson gets another play off before the end of the third quarter. Looks like they're going to may get one more off. 1st and 10 at the Georgetown 37-yard line. Rodriguez takes the snap, has some pressure, but he stays in the pocket, throws it out to the left. Incomplete. The intended receiver out to the left was Ashton Avila's, I think. Yeah, Ashton Avila's number 21. 2nd and 10 for Hendrickson. 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Rodriguez takes a handoff, hands it back to Arendt. Fights his way across the 30-yard line down to the 29-yard line. So that brings us to the fourth quarter. Your Georgetown Eagles up 42-3 over the Hendrickson Hawks. We'll be back for the fourth quarter in just a few minutes. Stick with us. Welcome back to the field in Pflugerville. Georgetown is up on Hendrickson 42-3. That third quarter really let Georgetown put this game away. Hendrickson is driving now, but now the challenge for this Georgetown Eagle coaching staff is they have yet to put together 4 complete quarters, and that's probably the conversation that Coach Pat was having with the defense over there. We've got to play 4 complete quarters regardless of what the score is. Put those 4 complete quarters together. But this is a game the Eagles have desperately needed. So Rodriguez is in the backfield awaiting the snap. Fakes the hand or hands the ball off to number 8, Darion Holloman. And there's an injured Hawk on the field, number 45 for the Hawks, Ethan Doggett. So we will take a break as they tend to him and be right back. Training staff helping number 45, Ethan Doggett, off the field, and you hate to see that for that young man. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, but he is not putting any weight on that right leg. So 4th down and 2 yards, despite what the PA announcer said. It's 4th and 2 at the Georgetown 28-yard line. Rodriguez set to take the snap, hands the ball off right at this Georgetown defense, and that went absolutely nowhere. 15, 24, 7. You keep calling numbers for guys in there to make that stop. So the ball goes over on downs to Georgetown with 11:26 left in the 4th quarter, left in this game. The Eagles start another scoring drive, and I would not be surprised if we see young Tucker Griffin come in. And with that, matter of fact, there he is. Tucker Griffin, the son of Coach Griffin, grandson of Miss Peggy Griffin. Hello, Miss Griffin. Thanks for tuning in again. You're with us every week, and we appreciate that. We interviewed Miss Griffin last week. Sweet lady, and we're glad that she's joined us, and now Tucker's in there playing quarterback. Tucker hands the ball off to Moose. He breaks over the right side, and that kid is just fun to watch. It's like every time he touches the football, he just seems to gain 7, 8, 10, 12, 30 yards. Just a talented running back, a junior. And he and Andrew Petter will be back next year to fuel this running game for the Georgetown Eagles next season. 1st and 10. Another borrow from Morrow, 1st down at the Georgetown 38-yard line. Tucker keeps it, swings it out to the left side to number 12, Tristan Anderson, who moves the ball up over midfield and into Hendrickson territory for another borrow from Morrow, 1st down at the Hendrickson 47-yard line. And it looks as if we are going to play with a continuous running clock, because they did not stop it whenever he went out of bounds. So the Eagles have it 1st and 10 at the Hendrickson 47-yard line. Tucker Griffin in the backfield is the quarterback now for the Eagles. Takes the snap, keeps the ball, goes up the middle, crosses over the 45, gets to about the 44-yard line, and then he is wrapped up but not brought down by a host of Hendrickson Hawks, which will bring up 2nd down and about 7. 2nd and 7 for the Eagles at the 44-yard line. Griffin in the backfield. 2 receivers to his right. Single back in the backfield. Swings the pass out to the right side. Couldn't quite see who that was in there. Clean uniforms in there now. That was number 13. Colin Rosenberg on the catch. Did a good job of going up and making that catch and keeping Tucker from having a incomplete pass, but a nice job there moving the ball up. So it's going to be 3rd and about 2.5 yards for the first down. Griffin taking his time in the backfield, has Moose back there with him. 2 receivers to his left. Moose comes up to his right side. 1 receiver out wide to the right. Durian goes in motion. Hands the ball off to Moose. He pops through the line, gets across the 30, breaks a tackle at the 30. He's down to the 20, finally brought down just inside the 20-yard line. That's going to be another borrow from Morrow first down, and we are to the Smoothie King red zone for Jack Ward, lover of all things Smoothie King. 1st and 10 for the Eagles as they drive with Tucker Griffin as the quarterback now, filling in for Darson. Darson's night's done after putting up 42 points. Receiver goes in motion, takes the handoff from Griffin, gets a yard, maybe 2, falls forward to about the 18-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 8. About 8:15 left in this game now. Eagles taking their time, just letting this clock run. 27-26 on the play clock. Eagles are going to be content to run this. May give Tucker a couple of tosses in the backfield with Tucker. He's number 21, Roy Straighton. So a lot of guys getting some touches tonight. Handoff goes to Straighton. He goes right up the middle. Good strong run across the 10-yard line, down to the 9 for another borrow from Morrow first down at the 9-yard line. Good job by Straighton there. Senior running back, 5'11", 185-pounder, getting some playing time on his senior year. Mom and Dad got to be proud. Tucker Griffin back at quarterback. Awaits a snap. Hands it again off to Straighton. He drives forward, barrels forward, getting pushed. Getting some help from the big meat eaters up front. Takes the ball down to about the 5.5-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and goal there. Again, in the Smoothie King red zone. After the carry by Straighton gave Georgetown the borrow from Morrow. First down. 1st and goal. Now it's 2nd and goal at the 6. Eagles letting the clock run down to about 6:45 now. Griffin claps his hands, takes a snap, hands it to Moose. Moose starts up the middle, breaks 1 tackle, and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. I couldn't even see him. He was wrapped up by so many tacklers. But Moose is able to break enough tackles, gets into the end zone. Fortunately, the referee didn't see him pull his helmet off while he was on the field, so no personal foul for unsportsmanlike conduct, but it's because they didn't see it. But that brings us to the Minuteman press extra point kick. Sauceda back for the kick. Kicks it through, and it is good. And that brings our score with 6:36 left in the game. Your Georgetown Eagles 49 and the Hendrickson Hawks 3. We'll be back for the kickoff right after this. Welcome back to the field in Pflugerville. Your Georgetown Eagles up 49-3 over the Hendrickson Hawks. Wally Harmon and David England not here tonight, and they are not allowed back for the remainder of the season. So you're just stuck with my sorry commentary because I'm superstitious that way. If they're listening, sorry, fellas. That's just the way it's got to go. Georgetown has desperately needed this game, and I am excited to see these kids play so well tonight. Mistakes have been minimal, and we have a 49-3 lead. So I'll say to kick off high and short, fielded at the 20-yard line, brought out to about the 33-yard line by A.J. Miller. And Hendrickson will start there. And I think this is only their fourth possession of the second half. Scoring drive on that last drive for the Eagles. They took over after the fourth play. Fourth down, stop on downs. 8 plays, 44-yard drive, which ended with Moose fighting his way into the end zone from about 6 yards out. And we appreciate the Booster Club for sponsoring that. Quick throw out to the right. Ball was bobbled, almost picked off. And a nice job. It's fun to see some of these kids. Faltasack was the defender there, and he just out of the reach on being able to intercept that, and that would have been cool to have Faltasack be able to intercept that. But 2nd and 10 for Hendrickson from their own 32-yard line. 6:26 left in the game. And guys, we've got a play clock. It's just kind of a suggestion on the play clock, just to give you an idea. Snap goes back. Rodriguez looking for some place to go with the ball. He's got a receiver deep, but the ball's thrown short and incomplete. Receiver was there. He just couldn't put enough air under the ball. Brady Olson out there on defense for the Eagles. Pass was intended for number 9, DJ Pinkerton. Incomplete, which brings up 3rd down. 6:18 left in the game. This is going to be a fun game film for the Eagles to watch and the coaches to watch. And we get to have a different conversation in the coaches' interviews and the coaches' shows this week. And we're excited for that. Handoff goes right up the middle, off the left guard, between the left guard and left tackle, and the running back just drive. He fumbled the ball, and Georgetown came up with it, I think. And the referee signal, Georgetown football, number 40. Jackson Waters, number 40, on the fumble recovery for the Eagles. And again, Hendrickson has another player down in that pile, and that's what you worry about in those scrums like that, everybody diving on the football. And we will let them tend to him. We will be back in just a couple of minutes as soon as this young man is tended to. Thanks for joining us here. Georgetown Eagle football on SHN Sports. That's number 67, Cash Dybert for the Hendrickson Hawks. It's good to see that young man on his feet. And that's what you don't want to see in a situation like this. Game's out of hand. You don't want to see these kids get hurt. Trying to get everybody out of here healthy now. While they're helping Cash off the field, Manor has widened their lead 45-6 over the Pflugerville Panthers. Weiss is up 56-10 over the Leander Lions. And those are the other games in the district going on tonight. Our friends across 130, Eastview is up 49-7 on Cedar Creek. So it's good to see them get the victory tonight as well. 6:03 left in this ball game. Your Eagles up 49-3. Georgetown takes over on the turnover. Another turnover. And they begin this drive at the 42-yard line. Tucker Griffin back in at quarterback for the Eagles. Number 27, Owen Naben takes the handoff, steps out of bounds. He had a lot of room to run. But stepped out of bounds, marked out about 9 yards down the field, so that's going to take the ball down to the Eagles, or to the Hendrickson 33-yard line. 5:51 left. And Nabe had a lot of running room. Again, it's good to see some of these players that we haven't called their names very much, if at all, this year. Out to the left for the Eagles, number 13, Colin Rosenberg. Handoff went to
Roy Strayton. Taken down by Seth Deaton.
Roy Strayton,
Eagle first down.
who's in the backfield. Rosenberg out to the left for the Eagles. 35 and 27 out to the right. It's Owen Navy and Griffin Stockwell. Griffin in the backfield, two running backs. Hands the ball off to Strayton. He goes off the right side, gains a couple of yards.
Flag down on play.
Flag is on the play.
In there again on the tackle.
.509 left in the fourth quarter. Personal foul, face mask called on Kyler Mahoney, number 22, which is going to move the ball down inside the Smoothie King red zone. And another borrow from Morrow first down for the Eagles. Jack Ward's got to be excited about that. Jack, we appreciate you listening. 5:09 left in the game. Griffin takes the snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it, goes off to the right side.
Griffin keeps it.
Drives forward. Is able to gain about 4 yards. Some words being exchanged, players being separated, and there goes the flags. And you hate to see that. Hendrickson getting frustrated. Georgetown maybe getting baited into being frustrated right back. And we'll see who they call this on. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense, number 79, Anthony Thomas. So the frustration really showing for Hendrickson. And folks, my mom asked on the YouTube chat what the P&G score was. Port Neches is up 21-20 over Barbers Hill with 11:53 left in the third quarter, and can't disappoint my mom, folks. Just the way it goes. Borrow from Morrow, first down at the 6-yard line. First and goal for the Eagles. The handoff goes right up the middle to 21. Strayton fights his way down to about the 3-yard line.
Ethan Bell in there on the tackle.
Clock continues to run and can't run fast enough for the Hawks. And Georgetown will take their time. Of course, I can't call all the new numbers that are out there because most of them have pretty clean uniforms. Hey, Mom, PNG's up 28-20 now. 7:45 left. Okay. 3:53 and counting. Second and goal in the Smoothie King red zone. Griffin hands the ball off to Straighten. Unable to get to there. Gets back to about the line of scrimmage. And not much more than that, so it'll be third and goal. And the wholesale changes take place.
Straighten the ball carrier.
Nabe back in on the left side. Moose and Anderson out to the right. Straighten in the backfield with Tucker. Griffin takes a snap and hands it off. Moose slipped and fell at the 6. So it'll be fourth and goal at the 6 with a loss of about 3 yards on the slip. I imagine they'll keep the offense on the field. 2:46 left in the game. Clock running, 20 seconds left on the play clock. I wish somebody could drop kick it. That'd be cool to see. Tucker Griffin in the backfield. Straighten back there with him. Quick throw to number 27. Owen Nabe, the senior wide receiver for the touchdown. And we can safely call this one out of hand. 2:27 left in the game. The Minuteman press extra point to come. Gotta see who's kicking this because I don't think it's. The kick by Guzman is good. The Minuteman press extra point is good by Guzman. And that brings the score to 56-3. Georgetown over Hendrickson. And the Georgetown Eagle football booster scoring drive. Georgetown takes over again after a turnover just inside Hendrickson territory. 9 plays. Touchdown happens on a 6-yard pass from Tucker Griffin to Owen Nabe. And that brings our score to 56-3. And again, we want to thank our sponsors. Borrow from Morrow. Matt Morrow, your residential mortgage expert. Borrow from Morrow, our family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember, Matt Morrow, Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148. Also Smoothie King. Smoothie King at Wolf Ranch, blending goodness to fuel your greatness. And Minuteman Press Georgetown. Minuteman Press Georgetown is your one-stop shop from business cards to signage, and now turnkey mailing solutions for flyers, postcards, bulk mailing, and more. Minuteman Press can help bring exposure to your business. For more information, visit mmptx.com. We thank those sponsors. We thank the Georgetown football boosters for sponsoring our scoring drive recap as well. Here's the kickoff. Short, high kick, fair caught at about the 25-yard line. No time comes off the clock. So with 2:27 left in the game, Georgetown 56, Hendrickson 3. And I am hoping for a heavy dose of running game. And no timeouts. And everybody's safe because it's hot. And a quick breakdown because I'm a big baby. So the ball goes back to the 25-yard line. Hendrickson will start there. Rodriguez keeps. Goes off to the left side, doesn't gain much. 2nd and 8. 2:09 left in the game, and the clock is running. At this point, Coach Killian wants to get out of here and keep all the rest of his players healthy. I hope those 2 young men we saw helped off the field are healthy. This is a young Hendrickson team, and they got a lot of kids that will be coming back next year. Swing pass goes out to the left side, and the defense swarms at about the 32-yard line.
That's complete to Clint Smith,
Number 17, Bo Weinhold. One of the defenders out there on the tackle, as well as number 34, Jared Acosta, I believe, out there to help as well. 1:17, 1:16, clock's running. Fourth quarter, 56-3, Georgetown. Couple more plays, and we'll call this one a ball game. Snap goes back to Rodriguez, but he's looking downfield. Pass is complete to number 21.
Pass complete.
Ashton Aviles at the Hendrickson 45-yard line. It's a first down. Clock is started back up with the change set. 54 seconds left. See, told you. Sorry, forgot to put it back up. Snap goes back to Rodriguez. Shovel pass right up the middle. Hellman crosses midfield for a gain of about 7. Hendrickson doesn't have to run another play. But looks like they will. Very complete game by these Georgetown Eagles. Excited to see it. 2nd and 3. Rodriguez steps back. He's looking for a receiver. Doesn't have much. Scrambles, being chased. Crosses the 40, gets to the 35, the 30. And they just let the clock run out. So that's your ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the ball game.
Your Georgetown Eagles have come to Pflugerville at the Field and defeated the Hendrickson Hawks 56-3. Hang on just a second. There may be some more excitement because the referees are talking about something. Just let the game be done. Not done yet, folks. Defense coming back on the field, offense staying on the field. By the way, Dave and Wally, if you are listening, I was just kidding. You better be back next week. You better be back. You will be. We missed you guys tonight. Appreciate all you folks listening, watching on YouTube. All right, so there'll be one untimed down, one late hit, one unsportsmanlike conduct. It's going to be 1st and goal for Hendrickson. Or not 1st and goal. Well, yeah, 1st and goal now. They'll march off half the distance to the goal down to about the 7.5 yard line, 8 yard line. And one untimed down from there. It's like a toothache. Just won't stop. Rodriguez, quick throw, lofts it up into the end zone for the touchdown on the last play. Separate these guys, don't let anybody get hurt. So Hendrickson keeps fighting. Coach Killian would like to see his players in quit. And they score the late touchdown on the last untimed play. 56-9 with the extra point coming. Georgetown band's already at Sonic or something because they left. They may have seen that Duncan sign on the scoreboard down there. What'd they say? Ball game? Well, I guess there'll be no extra point. Now that's the game, folks. Time has expired. There'll be no extra point. And that's our ball game. Final from the field in Pflugerville. Your Georgetown Eagles 56. Pflugerville Hendrickson Hawks 9. Stick with us. We'll be back for a quick recap here on SHN Sports. Well, there's some confusion because the band's gone. Football team was lining up for the school song, so they may line up over there and just sing it. Hendrickson band's playing their school song now. Georgetown kids are excited about this. So, folks, Georgetown offense puts 8 touchdowns on the board tonight, but 4 of those touchdowns came off of turnovers. 2 of them came off of turnovers on downs. So the defense stepped up tonight, and I'll be excited to see this stat line. This was finally the complete game that the coaches have been looking for, and it's games like this that can help boost this club into the future games and now make a playoff push. So this brings Georgetown to 1-2 in district, brings Hendrickson to 1-2 in district, and 4 teams going to district. Nobody's out of it at this point. So Leander may be out of it. They're winless in district, but they would have to go on a tremendous win streak. So finally the complete game that our coaches have been looking for, the players have been looking for, and we're excited to see that. Folks, we appreciate you joining us. Again, we want to thank our sponsors, Borrow from Morrow, Smoothie King, Minuteman Press, and the Georgetown Eagle Football Boosters. Without them, these broadcasts would not be possible. So please, if you get the opportunity, visit them. Thank them for helping out and show your appreciation for helping us with these broadcasts. Also, we'd like to thank TXB Market, 1402 Williams Drive. They are the host of our coaches show, and without them, we could not have our coaches show. So we thank our sponsors. We thank all you who have watched on YouTube tonight. Wally, Dave, we missed you. I missed you. Hurry back. Safe travels, Wally. Get home safely. Dave, tell George I said hey, and we'll see you all next week. So next week, we are back at the Georgetown Independent School District Athletic Complex, Birkelbach Field, for our next home game, and these kids are excited. Folks, we appreciate you joining us tonight. Be safe out there. Treat each other kindly, and we will see you next week. Thank you. Good night. God bless.